has started.
Okay, okay, fine, fine, fine.
And sir, the attendees also, sir. Can you make everyone attendees?
That is not possible.
Yes, I'm doing it.
Yes, sir.
What is the
Thank you, sir.
difference between attendees and another information? I don't know.
So the students will usually put on mute now, sir.
Okay, okay, okay.
They will keep on someone, sir. So,
Okay, fine. You are done?
yes, sir.
Yeah. So the idea is what? You are going to develop the application based on Agile. Okay. It is not a conventional way of developing the application like what you had done within the previous semester. In DBMS project also, you had formed the team, you had developed some application, and you had shown the particular outcome to the faculty. So that is not the way you are supposed to go to do the process here. Okay. And one thing related to the software engineering applications or project is it is not about the result. Okay, sir, I had done the output, I had done the application in this way. So like that, there are some kind of smart developers or that what we can say. So knowledgeable developers who can develop the application in a better way with more functionalities and modules and features and putting all these things and providing that outcome like, okay, sir, this is the project, see how far we had developed means simply we will reject it. Okay, so that is not the expectation in software engineering. Software engineering focus on the process of the development. Okay, so how you are processing this application, that is very much important. So in order to work on this process of software development, there is a specific process, that is what I am saying as agile process or agile development process, agile methodologies. Okay, so this is what we are going to follow throughout the entire project. Okay, so which is an iterative and adaptive model. Okay, so that means this particular application what you are going to develop is not as an application. Once if the project title is assigned to everyone, immediately you will kickstart the project, and after 15 days or 1 month or 2 months, sir, we had finished the project, shall we go with the presentation? Then immediately we will conduct the presentation, you will be showing that outcome of the project and you shall finish it. That is not the way you are going to do here. It is an iterative model means what? Each and every week or once in 10 days we are going to monitor the project. And otherwise you have to show what has been done. Okay, so we'll be having some kind of measures, some kind of scalability measures, some kind of parameters to evaluate this particular application with respect to Agile. So based on that measure, if your project is not going, okay, then it will be simply rejected. Okay, so it is not about the outcome of your application, it is about the process of your project. So that is very much important here. So here Agile also the focus is what? You are supposed to develop an adaptive iterative model. That means after developing one module, for example, yesterday I had shown you the Paytm wallet, okay, or payment wallet. So under that we are having different modules. So first module is login management. After completing the login management, okay, you have to show it. So what is the outcome? How it has been arrived? Okay, everything you have to explain. Then you have to go to the next module. Then again you have to start. Again you have to process. Okay, so this is what we are talking about the Agile. Inside Agile, we are having different kind of practice. Okay, so one such practice is the Scrum, which has been shown in the slide. Okay, so there are other practices like Kanban, XP, Lean, DevOps and all, but our focus is on Scrum. Okay, so Scrum is a particular process, okay, so of Agile, so which is going to facilitate the entire process of the project or any development of application. Okay, and the person who is facilitating this project is called as Scrum Master. Okay, so there is no team lead first of all here. Okay, there is no single point of contact here. Yeah, sorry, single point of contact is there. That is what I am saying as a Scrum Master. What I am saying is there is no specific responsibility that has been dumped to a single person. Okay, in a project, if there are 6 or 5 members, all the 6 members are having equal responsibility. If any one responsibility fails out, all the particular other members will also lose the mark or will lose the details. Okay, so this is what we have to consider. So now accordingly we are having the definition for this particular agile as given like this. It is a software development methodology to build a software incrementally using short iterations of 1 to 4 weeks. So that is what I am saying. So you have to develop one iteration. What is that iteration? One module. How much time you are going to take? Either 1 week, maximum of 4 weeks. That's all. Okay. So after 1 week of time, you have to show the development. You have to show the outcome, what has been arrived out. If there is any changes, immediately you have to modify and continue the process. So again another 1 week you shall continue the process along with the another module. Then again after 1 week we are meeting up again. So this is the way how we are following in the agile, and there are different roles in agile. As I mentioned, Scrum Master. Okay, Scrum Master is the team leader and facilitator who helps the team members to follow agile practices. Okay, so they are having the responsibilities. The Scrum Master, they are supposed to just look onto the cooperation among the roles and functions. Okay, they are supposed to remove any issues. They are supposed to defend their teams from any disturbances. So they are supposed to track the progress and process of the project, and they have to sit with the company people. Okay, and they have to inspect whether the process is going properly or not. So all these are the roles of the Scrum Master, and this is what I told you. Okay, so there are in a particular project there are different functionalities, responsibilities, and that for the team. So this team is a cross functional team. And another point, yesterday I got one message from your friend like this. Okay, so here there is no hidden detail. I am transparent. Okay, so this you have to understand very much clearly. So according to that message, what I received is like this. So the team has been formed such that all the particular what we can say, the core knowledge persons, core knowledge development team or development those who are having the knowledge expertise in some programming languages. Okay, so had from the team according to their mindset. Okay, so that means what, in a team there will be some 6 members, means all the 6 members are strong in development. If that is the case, means that team is invalid. Okay, that is what I am telling here. It is a cross functional team, means what, there should not be more than 3 developers in a team. If there are some 3 developers, more than 3 developers in a team, means that team is invalid. Okay, so that is what I am showing in this Excel sheet also. You can see there are 3 developers only, 2 testers and 1 Scrum Master. So totally I had written it for 6 members. Each and every member has their responsibility. Okay, so accordingly, if there are more than 3 developers, if all the 6 members are strong in development, that team is disqualified. That team is invalid according to the particular agile methodology. It is not I am saying this. Okay, so you have to understand this point. So if you had formed the team like that, kindly split up. Okay, and based on that, if you can disperse so that 3 developers in one team, for example, let me see this particular Google sheet where we are having the first team number 1 like Meghana Rao, Pranav Pucha, Shruti, Sachin Verma, Shagana, Shreya. So totally there are 6 members here. All the 6 members are developers, means kindly split up. First 3 members shall be in the first team, second 3 members shall be in some other team. Okay, so this is what we are calling as cross-functional team. I will show the YouTube video now, that also will make you understand clearly. And this team should be self-sufficient team. That means self-organized team. And that was the message I got it from one of your friend yesterday. We have to form the team. He requested, that student requested us to form the team. That should not be done. If we are forming the team, that is useless. That is not based on the agile methodology. It should be a self-organized team, self-sufficient team. Okay, so you should fit with the team, means you have to form the team and you should plan accordingly. If you could not form the team, means I am sorry. Okay, so again, that is also the part of the agile methodologies, agile development. It should be a self-organized team with 5. So that's what I told you. Minimum 5 is applicable, maximum 9 is applicable. Okay, but here according to the class strength, I had splitted the average as 6. Okay, so you forget about the average experience of 6 to 10 years, that is not required here. But see, the agile team comprises of 3 to 4 developers. Okay, so if you are having 9 members in your team, means again only 4 developers should be there. If you are having 6 members, means 3. That is what I told you, the ideal size is 3. Okay, so all these are represented in the form of the diagram also. There should not be more than these developers and 1 tester. Okay, so anyway, I am just giving 2 testers and 1 technical lead. So we are not now skipping this technical lead part. It is not required. 1 scrum master, that also I had given, and 1 product owner. Now comes the question, who is the product owner? So the product owner is the one who drives the product from the business perspective. Okay, now you can see the responsibilities of a product owner like this: to define the requirements and prioritize the values, to determine the release date and content, to take an active role in iteration planning and release planning meetings, to ensure the team is working on the most valued requirement. So based on these responsibilities, can you tell who is the product owner in these projects? Shall anyone reveal?
Faculties.
Very good. Exactly. We are the product owners because we are driving the product. We are providing the use cases to you. Okay. So we are working for TCS. Okay. That means we are just negotiating with TCS, and TCS is the customer who is providing the information, the use cases or deliverables to us to develop that particular application. And on behalf of TCS, we are collecting their deliverables and providing it to the team. So you software developers and tester are developing the product, and through us, you are speaking to the TCS people about your product, how it was developed. Okay, so I am just, we are representing the voice of the customer. So yesterday itself I told you these project use cases are given by the TCS, means what? So on behalf of TCS, we are speaking with you. Okay, so that is what we have to consider. So in this team, product owner is also there. So by default, myself and Raja are the product owners for each and every team. So that is also the part of the agile team. So in the agile team, we are having 3 developers, 2 testers, 1 scrum master and 1 product owner. So the product owners are common. Okay. So the scrum master role, just now I mentioned, he or she is the team facilitator. We can say it as a team lead, that is not an issue, but this team lead should not have some kind of monopoly act. Okay, so they have to facilitate the team, guide the team, and if there is any problem with any of the team members, they only should defend on behalf of that member, and they should tell about the problems what they are facing. Okay, and they should guide the team to complete the project on time. All this stuff the Scrum Master will be taking the role. Okay, and the Scrum Master may be a developer or tester, because the Scrum Master role is the center point of contact, single point of contact for that project. As a product owner, myself and Raja cannot discuss with all the 137 employees or the students like you. So instead, whom we will call? We will call the Scrum Master. So how many Scrum Masters are there? 23 Scrum Masters. For each team, one Scrum Master is there. So it is easy for us to discuss about the project with the Scrum Masters. Okay. So now, based on this knowledge, I have to get the email ID of the Scrum Master. Okay. I'll be sharing this Excel sheet in the Teams class file section. So the Scrum Master has to provide their email ID. Okay. So as a product owner, we will be just speaking with the Scrum Master frequently about the project, and we will be sending some kind of instructions, some kind of guidelines, templates, okay, policies, everything to the Scrum Masters, so that the Scrum Masters should share this with their team members, and whatever instruction, whatever guidelines, whatever discussions we are having with the Scrum Master, they have to speak with their team. We are not speaking with all the students of a particular project. Only the Scrum Master will be speaking with you, other members. So whatever we are discussing, they have to speak with their peer members, and they have to extract the work from them. So they should be acting as a mediator between us, between the product owner and their team. Okay. So if any one particular member is not working properly, the Scrum Master should make them work and extract it. Okay, so this is the core responsibility of the Scrum Master. So what you have to do? So accordingly, you have to provide your email ID, all the Scrum Master, so that we will be communicating the Scrum Masters to the Scrum Masters only about the project guidelines and other details. Okay, so that will be shared with their team members, and they will be starting to work on this particular project. Okay, so now yesterday you had formed the team like this. Okay, now what you have to do? You have to form the team in this format. Okay, suppose if there are 6 members in a team. Okay, so 3 members shall be the developer, and 2 members shall be the tester, and 1 shall be the Scrum Master. And also, if you are saying like, sir, there are some 6 members, again I will take this example: Meghana Rao, Pranav, Shruti, and Sachin, Sagana, and Shreya. This is I am taking only for the example purpose. I am not pointing out these people, okay, in any way. So for example, if these all 6 members are developers and they themselves are plan, okay, so why should we want to split the team? Why should the 3 members all go somewhere else? We ourselves shall become the tester. Okay, if that is the case, means, my dear friends, kindly note that we are having various measures to evaluate under Agile. Based on that, if we find like that, okay, the developers are acting as the testers, means then it will be a critical situation. Okay, that is not advisable. Okay, so kindly note this point. So the developers should be 3 means, okay, the core developers who knows how to develop that application strongly with respect to some programming language, yeah, fine. but the other 3 members should have the should be mixed, should be taken from other students. Okay, so that they should have the knowledge of testing, that I will discuss, that is not an issue. And one member in this team should coordinate, facilitate. They should have the leadership quality. Okay, because the Scrum Master, if they are not having the leadership quality, it is very difficult to just complete the work on time. And facilitating and guiding the team members is also very difficult. So that will lead to a different problem. Okay, so the Scrum Master should have that particular characteristics. Okay, leadership characteristics should be present. Then only it will be effectively done. The project will be effectively done. Okay, so this is the another important structure of the project team. So these are all part of the syllabus. Okay, under agile methodologies, all these are discussed. I am not just taking this kind of details just outside. These are all part of the project, which is also present in any IT sector. If you are going for any IT company, these are all the ways how the teams are formed. If there, so here there are only 6 members. Sometimes there will be a team of 10 members or 15 members. It depends upon the particular project and the company. So again, there will be a tester, there will be some testers and some developers, some scrum masters. Okay, so like that, there will be some core team responsibilities that is available. And also the team members are not like just a similar mindset, like mindset. Okay, for example, if you are joining a company, and if you want to work for a project, you will be put in some team. That team may be the combination of various people. Boys and girls are there, and also you can think about it from other states. Suppose if you are belonging to Andhra Pradesh, so there may be a team where we are having some Uttar Pradesh person, Kerala person. Okay, so with the different characters and cultures. So that will be the team member, the team. So at the time you cannot fix the team. It was fixed by the project manager or the particular project based on the knowledge of the project. Okay, you have been present with that team by the HR department. So then you have to work with them, and you have to just coordinate, do the process, communicate, everything has to be done properly. Okay, so this is the thing what we have to consider. That means if all the 6 members are your close friend and they are planning to have the team like that, means that is not advisable. Again, I am saying this point. It should be based on the responsibilities. And we are having various measures, okay, and parameters to check whether it has been considered as a cross-functional team. If it is not a cross-functional team, immediately that project and the team will be disqualified. Okay, at any point of time. Not that immediately. After 1 month, if you are acting very smart and trying to cheat us, at any point of time, we will be disqualifying the team. So make it as a cross-functional team such that it should be a combination of various CGPA also. And in the software engineering, for this course, okay, whichever we are handling, myself and Raja, I think Raja already handled for you. You may not be knowing about my characteristics. For me, getting O CGPA, that is outstanding, or getting a good mark doesn't mean that you are closer to me. Okay, so for me, if there are 137 members, all are equal. Whether he is poor in studies or best in studies, I don't bother. Okay, I am expecting only the discipline, academic discipline. If that is not available with the first rank holder, means simply I will just send him or her out. So that you have to look very carefully. So that is what I am saying. At any point of time, if we found that this team is formed like this, okay, then immediately at that point of time the project will be disqualified. Okay, so kindly make it, kindly just revamp this particular team member details once again. Sorry. Okay, so and you shall plan it. Okay, so here see, this is your final year, your senior particular project teams. Okay, so this is for IoT. I am framing like this, and I am assigning the project here. Okay, so it is a cross-functional team only, because the final years already I took the software engineering. Okay, and also they know about me. So that's what I am saying to you also. Kindly just think about these scenarios. Okay, right, fine. Then one more thing I just want to start off sharing. Yeah, this another terminology under the agile team is what we are calling as user story. I will explain about the user story during the particular topic, but just user story here at present you can think about the particular task what you are doing with in a particular project. Okay, for example, if you are doing a project on login management, for this login management you have to define the user stories. Okay, so for this you can have different user stories under login management, for example 2 or 3. Otherwise a single user story if it is a bigger project. Okay, so that you can define as user story A, B, C like this, what has been shown here, and each user story has to be completed within a specific duration, that is what given as 10 to 15 days. Okay, so that particular 10 to 15 days is what I told you. So each and every time we will be asking the Scrum Masters to provide the details about the process of their project. Okay, anyway, this at this point you may not be understanding this very well, but anyway, to start with, I have to give some kind of inputs. Accordingly, I am saying this. Okay. Any doubts from your side until now?
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
So, tester is something actually new for us. Like we never heard, properly prepared for testing a software. So, what are the responsibilities of being a tester, sir?
Whether in the previously I told I will explain about the roles of the tester later. Whether I informed you or not.
Yes, sir. But like we need to make our roles now, no, sir.
Yeah, that is fine. That is what I am talking about. Only the roles of the developers you have to look very cautious. Okay, so in a particular team, everyone will plan like this. Okay, so that means what in the 6 members, at least 4 or 5 will be planning. Okay, we know how to develop that application. Okay, we shall form a team. That is what I am saying should be avoided. Okay, testers role, okay, uh, is something different. Okay, they need not want to be a developer. That is the main part here. So that means what, they need not want to know about the development of the application. Okay, fine. So that means you should have some other knowledge that I will explain. Okay, first the main core thing is what, there should not be the developers dumping on a single project. It should be distributed across. That's my core part. That is what I am explaining as of now. So if you are not having the knowledge of testing means, that is fine. Okay, so that is different, but you need not want to be a developer. That is the role of the tester. Okay, so you are not going to develop, you are not going to write the code. So that is fine for the tester. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So the developer need not, sorry, the tester need not want to be a developer, or they need not want to write the code, but they are having other responsibilities. I will share that also, don't worry. Any other questions?
So, sir, can we form the teams after you tell all these roles so that it would be clear for us what should we do? Like who can take what part?
Yeah, that's what. This team is not applicable. I am not accepting this team. See, whatever you had sent in Google Sheet. Okay. So this I got it today morning. Just I viewed it, that's all. But I am not accepting this team. That is the reason why I asked you to form the team like this. Now you all the teams, all the students shall just come out of the team already formed, and they can just restructure the team according to this rules and guidelines what has been discussed now in this class. Okay, so this is what I am going to share in the teams file section. So now this particular Excel details, whatever I had given here, you put it in the Google Sheet. Okay, in that Google Sheet, now you can fill up the registration number, team members according to the roles and responsibilities, and whatever guidelines I had told you, that also you have to discuss and you have to write it. And a Scrum Master should be either a developer or tester. Okay, that is what I told you, but they are not actually going to develop or test, okay, like the other people. So they are having the least responsibility of the developer or tester, but they should coordinate the team. They should facilitate the team. Okay, and if there is any technical issue, they should know how to explain it. Okay, for example, a development team is facing some problem. Okay, I will tell you the problem. For example, you are going to develop a particular library management system project. For that library management system project, initially you thought of having some particular database, okay, like Firebase, and for that Firebase you are supposed to consider some front-end application or front-end programming language in a specific what we can say JavaScript. Okay, so see, the idea behind forming this front-end tool as JavaScript is because you are having a particular developer who is familiar in JavaScript. Okay, and the backend is something like Firebase. That is a particular database called as Firebase. Now, after there is another particular developer who is well versed in Firebase. After deciding this, while starting the application, then only you come to know there is no synchronization between these two applications. That is, between the JavaScript and Firebase, I cannot connect. Then you realize that this particular backend is not suitable for JavaScript, or for JavaScript, this particular for this particular Firebase, JavaScript is not suitable in either way. Then you have to consider some other database, for example, MongoDB for JavaScript. So after while this confirmation, you will just plan it only after 1 week time or 10 days time. Suppose initially the project has been assigned and I will be just asking to kickstart the project for today, and after 10 days or 15 days that particular team is coming, sir, we had planned like this, but we cannot able to synchronize. We came into this detail later only. We could understand the issue now only. So what shall we do? Shall we go for MongoDB? Then I will be asking the question why the Firebase is not compatible with JavaScript. Who has to tell the answer? The Scrum Master has to tell the answer. He has to defend. He has to clarify it. So this is the problem. This is the situation. So we are now going for the MongoDB. So kindly permit. Okay. So immediately you can just connect MongoDB with that. Based on the discussion, we will be providing some acceptance, and you can continue with the project. So and the Scrum Master will inform the team. Okay, we shall proceed with the MongoDB. Okay, So this is the one such role of the Scrum Master. So they should be having the knowledge of both development and testing. That is important. That is what I'm saying. Either developer or tester in the sense means they should know everything about the project. Okay. And one more thing what I want to focus here is we are giving the use cases or application to you provided by TCS. You can use any application, any particular front-end tool. It is not JavaScript, it is not PHP, it is not Python. Any particular language you can choose. It is not that you have to go with the development using JavaScript only for all the projects. So some may be familiar in JavaScript, some may be familiar in PHP or Python. So it all depends upon the team. If the team is okay with with this particular language, for example Python, yeah, you can develop that application using Python. If the team is familiar with the MongoDB or Cassandra or say normal Oracle SQL or MySQL, okay, fine. Okay, that is up to you. So that details only the team has to decide. Okay, so now I will show the particular video to you. So my dear friend, whether you got clarified whatever I asked now, whatever you asked.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Any other clarifications? Because this particular video will take some time to load. In between, if there is any clarifications, quickly tell me.
No, sir, I don't have.
No, not for you. I am asking the other friends. Whether others are listening to my explanations?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
kindly.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, fine. Now I think you have to restructure your team. Okay, so just I request that class representative. Now you can just keep this particular information in your Google Sheet, whatever I am going to share, and just ask the particular students to provide the details based on the responsibilities and everything. Okay, so then in that way you shall form the team. All these guidelines and details I am not saying. See, don't think Prakash sir is saying like this, what shall I do means you can just tell it to any higher authorities. I will simply say this is not my thing, this is according to the syllabus and subject. I can define anywhere. So for me, no worries. Raja?
Yes, sir.
For Raja also the same thing. Whatever I am explaining here, Raja, you also please note. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So
Sure, I agree with you, sir.
yeah, it is not that we are providing the rules and regulations. The students might think this. Okay. Because basically they are students. See, another 1 or 2 minutes only to run this video. If I just, whether you can see this YouTube screen, YouTube page.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, it is taking some time. But time is also, Raja, you please take the attendance by this time also.
Sure, sir. I'm downloading, sir.
Okay. See, and my dear students, don't send me any particular request which are all very basic. Okay. If there is a problem at the high end, then you shall send some message to me. I don't want any such kind of simple request or elementary request. I don't prefer that kind of details. Okay. So I cannot look into some, sir, he stolen my pen, he stole my rubber, like that of complaints. I don't agree. Okay. So just a minute, I'll be running this. Whether I had done this, sorry. Okay. Whether you can hear the audio?
No, sir.
No.
No, sir.
Yes or no?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Wait. Whether it is audible?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Oh,
No,
just
sir.
then there is, yeah, fine. Wait, that computer sound was not included. Just a minute. See, another 4 or 5 minutes, I will take your time. So somewhat delaying. Just a minute, it will come.
Sir, shall we do one thing, sir? We will share that URL, sir.
No point. They will not see it. Now, whether
Yes,
it
sir.
is audible, the sound is audible.
Yes, sir.
Scrum teams are
Yes
self-organizing.
or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, fine.
Yes, sir.
Raja, we shall share this YouTube. So most of the students will not look into that. That is the problem. So no problem. Anyway, they are going for lunch only. They shall take another 5 minutes. Not an issue. Just a minute.
Fine, sir.
And cross-functional. These characteristics are often misunderstood, so let's talk about what they mean in the context of Scrum. A Scrum team is self-organizing, meaning that the team chooses how best to accomplish their work rather than being directed by others outside the team. Within the Scrum framework, the team has total autonomy to choose how things get done. How do you estimate in Scrum? Ask the team. What technical practices should be used? Ask the team. What tools should we use to track our work? Ask the team. How is work distributed during the sprint? Ask the team. The traditional approach to organizing teams is to do so by skill set or job title. For example, all of the researchers might be on one team, sales on another, engineering another, and marketing on yet another team. This structure results in a relay race approach to delivering new products and services, which impedes speed, flexibility, and quality. Instead, Scrum teams are cross-functional, meaning that the members of the team have all competencies needed to accomplish the work without depending on others not part of the team.
That's all, students. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.